Hi everyone, thanks for joining me today. So we're going to continue to a different lake here around the Interlakes market on Highway 24. This is probably about our fourth video to a lake in this general area. And this is, like I mentioned in previous videos, this is a pretty good starting point to go to a lot of different places, camping, resorts, that sort of thing. Lots of fishing, lots of fly fishing, trolling, all kinds of things. And nice thing is, a lot of these lakes here, Sheridan Lake included, you can see how much waterfront there is there, but there's just a ton of lake accesses on it. So, you know, you can camp somewhere else and just drive to any number of lakes, and there's lots of ways to get into the water with a boat or kayak or paddle boards, that sort of thing. So this is Highway 24, and it's also called the Interlakes Highway or the Little Fort Highway, and we're just heading west on it right now. We're going to be going to Sheridan Lake. I don't know if I mentioned that. So Sheridan Lake is probably one of the more popular lakes, one of the larger lakes in this area. Got really good fishing, if you like that kind of thing. Like, you can get fish over 10 pounds here. Yeah, variety of different ways. Like I say, fly fishing, or you could be trolling and get big fish. But it's nice. But like a lot of bigger lakes, be careful if you're out on it, because you can get some pretty rough water if the wind picks up, and the wind often does pick up, especially in the afternoons. So, you know, I've been out there, and there's the waves are like a couple feet high, and yeah, it's pretty hairy kind of getting back to wherever you launched. It's good to know where the different lake accesses are too, because if you had to, you could always just go ashore and wait for it to calm down or something. Like I mentioned before in other videos here, it's you know, your likelihood of seeing animals crossing this highway are pretty high. Lots of deer, moose, all kinds of things crossing. Bear, you know, the usual. But yeah, especially in the evenings, got to be careful. If you spend any time around here and you drive around at night, you'll see people hitting animals and stuff quite a bit. So we're going to be making a left up here. Now this is going to be one of the main routes to the lake. It's called Sheridan Lake Road West. So this is going to be on the west side of the lake. This route we're taking today is about 15 minutes or so. So I'm going to take you right to one of my favorite lake accesses, but yeah, about 15 minutes from the Interlakes area there. So you can just see how close everything is. A few farms and stuff up here. Most of them are probably, you know, hay, that sort of thing, animal feed of some type. But there's a combination of seasonal residents, and there are people that live up here full-time as well. So each one of these lakes has their own fire department usually. So there's 911 service in the area, and they have first responders, that sort of thing as well. a lot of these areas as well. You got to be careful for cows and cattle, I guess, like cattle on the road here, and you'll pass a few cattle guards and that. That's typically seems to be like a fall thing. I think they bring them in and let them loose, kind of, and then they load them up and take them wherever. But it seems like they gather in an area in the fall, like I don't know if they drive them in from the bush or what, but you'll see them in people's front yards, and so a lot of people have like a gate or something, because next thing you know, you'll have a cow, or not a cow, like the whole family of cattle in the front yard, and just destroying everything, or rubbing up against your vehicle or something, scratching, and yeah, trash the place pretty quick. About the middle of May right now here. It's a nice time of year. Temperatures probably about 18-20 degrees today. Still gets pretty cool at night though, maybe 6 degrees, something like that. I'm actually camped at the Bridge Lake Provincial Campground. But there's also another actually there's a couple provincial campgrounds on Green Lake, which isn't that far away from here as well. And both places, no services aside from like outhouses, and no water, of course, anything like that. Like hookup, there might be a tap if you're lucky, but I don't think there is at either one. And about $18 a night, actually. I think that's what I think it's $18 a night now at both locations. There's the one on Green Lake, the one I'm thinking of. There's one called, I think, Green Lake Provincial Park, but that's not actually the one that that's closest. I can't remember what it's called, but do a search. There's like 3 of them on the lake, and one of them is kind of on the south end of Green Lake, and the other 2 are on the kind of north end on the opposite side. Pretty close to Watch Lake as well, so you can go fishing there. It's like maybe 5 minutes down the road from Green Lake. Yeah, so here's one of the cattle guards here. Maybe they're trying to keep them out of the residential area here. Some signs here for bed and breakfasts. So that's another option too. Go to the right and there's a bunch of houses and stuff down there, and so one thing I've noticed here, it seems like every couple of years the bed and breakfasts either change or disappear or something, so they might be changing names, or they might cease to be a bed and breakfast, or seems like a lot of that happens. I guess people buying and selling the property, and so there's a lake access straight ahead there. That's one of them. They're all numbered too, and if you go into one of the local businesses or gas stations, they're going to be these free maps available. And the free maps are going to have kind of an outline of all the lakes around here, but give you an idea of all the different lake accesses as well. And they actually have numbers on them, so you know, if you were meeting somebody, you could just tell them the number. I think on this road here, since we turned, I think there's maybe 2 others. These things that look off to the right look like driveways. A couple of them are accesses, like this right here. There's one. So we just made a left there. This is Larson Road. We're gonna go to the right up here. This is Sheridan Lake access number 7. I like this one because it's got a really good view of the lake. It kind of, not the widest point, but one of the wider spots. This area straight ahead across the water there is actually an island. So it's quite a big island. I don't know that there's any real trails or anything on there, but you know, I've gotten out of a boat and on the island, and that's about it. I haven't walked around. I've seen lots of animals walking around out there too, but really good fishing and stuff just right in front here. And lots of these shoals, so they're quite light colored, so you can really see the fish when they're swimming around. It's kind of neat. And like I say, you can see them, like, you know, anywhere 6 to 10, 12 pounds, you know, in here. But I think this will be where we'll end the video today. And this would be on my list of lakes to recommend if somebody was heading up here. Large enough you can go water skiing on it. Take decent sized boats. There's lots of small places. You know, if you could just row across there quite easily. It's not that far, but check it out online. Do a Google search on it and have a look. It's pretty neat, good spot. But anyway, thanks for watching. If you like this kind of thing, think about subscribing, and I'll catch you on the next one. We'll go somewhere else close by here. Thanks.